once we're done with our analysis that we did in the previous video, it's a good idea to do some kind of documentation and make our file look a bit more presentable, so it's going to be easier for other people to understand what's going on if we send the file to someone or something like that. We're going to add a new sheet with this plus here, and I'm going to click it and drag it to the front, and I'm also going to rename this sheet here to pivot table. In this sheet, I'm going to use our plugin Magnimetrics that you can also download from the resources in the course, and I'm going to use our apply formatting button, this macro that I've created that applies my personal preferred formatting to a sheet. The working name of this sheet is going to be Trade Receivables Aging Analysis. The sheet name is going to be TR from Trade Receivables Aging. My company is Magnimetrics. This is our local currency, so I'm just going to change it to Euro. Then I'm going to go here, go back to having just the client, the way we did our analysis by just dragging out the invoice. Hit Shift and Control while I'm here. Right arrow to select all to the right, and then down arrow to select to the bottom. And then I'm gonna release control and hold just shift and hit the up arrow once. So I'm just gonna shrink my selection to not include the total. You can do the same thing by clicking with your mouse and dragging. Just how I prefer to do it. I prefer to use the mouse as little as possible. I'm gonna copy that, go to our TR aging, and I'm gonna paste it as values. So I'm gonna go to the home tab, I'm gonna hit the arrow here on paste, and this here paste as values. Okay, then I'm gonna grab my first line, make the color of the text blue, and this dark blue here, so it's the same dark blue that's used here. And I'm also gonna fix the column names a bit. So this is I'm gonna call it client code, client name, and I'm gonna leave those the same, and then just do a total here. Just gonna select the whole thing. Actually, I'm just gonna format it in accounting format, and because this is like an overview analysis, I don't want the digits after the decimal point because it's just too many digits to look at. Just gonna show them without those. Grab all the columns here, make sure that they fit everything into them by double clicking between two columns. And now this one is a bit big because of the title, so I'm just gonna grab it and shrink it down like up to here. Use something else here. I'm gonna freeze the top, so even when I scroll down, I want this part here to be visible. So I'm just gonna click here, and I want to freeze wherever you click, you freeze everything that's to the top and to the left. So I'm just gonna click here, so there's nothing to the left to be freezed, and I'm just gonna freeze the top rows. And I'm gonna go to View, Freeze Panes, and Freeze Panes. And you see this line here, and now when I scroll, those top 7 rows, they're always visible. Just to make it easier to see what we've identified as potential issues, I'm gonna highlight this client, and I'm gonna highlight even the amounts that are not due, because as we discussed, we might be just issuing invoices and shipping to this client, and they're just not paying us. I'm gonna highlight this, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna highlight this as well, and this, and that's it. And what I do next is I'll just like send them to the to our, let's say, sales rep that are responsible for those clients, and just ask them to investigate further. And that's pretty much it, how to make a trade receivables aging analysis. Let's go ahead and move on to the next section.